In the rugged, mist-shrouded heart of Appalachia, there is a town that time and the world seemed to have forgotten. The coal mines, once the pulsing veins of the community, had long since fallen silent, leaving behind a landscape of rusted machinery and a people whose hope had withered like autumn leaves. Between this town and the glowing promise of the horizon lay a jagged, terrifying abyss. On the far side were the lights of progress, hospitals where children could be healed, schools where dreams were nurtured, and a future that felt 1,000 miles away. "We have no capital," the elders would say, their voices heavy with the dust of the mines. "No engineers, no steel, no chance. Building a bridge across that void is not just difficult, it is impossible."
But among them was a boy named Robert. While the world saw a dead end, Robert saw a blueprint. He possessed the one thing poverty could not touch and gravity could not pull down, a mind that refused to acknowledge the word limit. Robert didn't attend a prestigious university. He enrolled in the University of Nature. Day after day, he sat in the deep woods watching the spider. He marveled at how a creature so small could spin a web across a vast gap, creating a masterpiece of connection from literally nothing but its own internal resource. He studied the ancient oaks, noting how they didn't fight the mountain gales with rigid pride, but bowed and swayed, their roots digging deeper into the earth with every lash of the wind. He learned the greatest secret of the universe. Flexibility is the truest form of strength, and a clear vision is the only foundation that never cracks. For years, the townspeople watched Robert gather trash. He hauled rusted cables from abandoned pits, salvaged weathered timber, and collected jagged stones. They laughed at him. They called him a hollow dreamer, a fool chasing ghosts. But Robert never looked up from his work. He would only smile and say, "The bridge is already finished in my head. Now I am simply making the invisible visible." He didn't just build with wood and stone. He built with the hearts of the few who still dared to believe. He taught them that greatness isn't about what you have, but how you perceive what you have. Then came the great storm. It was a night where the sky turned the color of a bruise, and the wind screamed with the fury of 1,000 ghosts. The bridge, Robert's life's work, was only half finished, a fragile skeleton of rope and wood swaying over the roaring darkness of the canyon. As the townspeople fled for the safety of their cellars, Robert did the unthinkable. He ran toward the storm. He didn't run out of recklessness, he ran out of preparation. In the quiet theater of his mind, Robert had already fought this storm 1,000 times. He had simulated every gust, every snapping cord, every point of failure. While others saw chaos, Robert saw a puzzle he had already solved. Tied to a safety line, drenched in freezing rain, and illuminated by jagged bolts of lightning, Robert worked with the precision of a surgeon. He knew exactly which knots to tighten to give the structure tension and which beams to loosen to let the wind pass through. He wasn't fighting the storm, he was dancing with it. When the sun finally broke over the Appalachian peaks the next morning, the town held its breath. The bridge was still there. It was scarred, it was battered, but it stood. That morning, the impossible was dead. Today, that bridge is more than a way to cross a canyon. It is a monument to the American spirit. It serves as a reminder that we are not defined by the scars of our past or the emptiness of our pockets. We are defined by the reach of our vision. To anyone watching this, you may be standing at the edge of your own abyss. You may feel that you lack the resources, the support, or the luck to reach the other side. But look at your hands. Look at the power residing between your ears. Your mind is the ultimate weapon. It is the only tool capable of turning a barrier into a stepping stone. It is the only force that can take the refuse of a broken life and weave it into a path to the future.
Do not wait for the storm to pass to find your strength. Build your bridge in your mind today. Solve the problem in your thoughts before you touch the first stone. If you can win the battle within, the world outside has no choice but to follow. Victory isn't a destination, it's a mindset. Cross your bridge.